In this video, I'm going to demonstrate PostTrans for Sage 200, creating stock movements between bins. PostTrans is a simple Excel add-in, which will allow me to extract my bin information, and I can simply enter in quantity for the bin I want to move stock into, and then I either designate all that stock to come out of one bin, or I type in individual quantities against the other bins to move the stock out of those. Thus, we can quickly and easily move stock between bins. We can also create bins on the fly if we need to very easily. Of course, this functionality also allows us to produce stock take, and we can also edit bin information also. Okay, so let's see that in action. Here we are in Excel, and on the PostTrans toolbar, I'm going to press the Help button. Now this gives me access to a whole series of examples that come free with PostTrans. So I'm going to type in the search box here for bin, and you can see there we've got stock movement between location and bins as an example template. I'm just going to double click on that to open that up. Let's just move that across. Let's just open on a different screen. So what can we see here? Well, we can see we've got a whole series of tags in row 1 which designate the columns which PostTrans is going to read and write information backwards and forwards between Sage 200 and Excel. There's an online training course under the Sage 200 menu on our website which explains how that all works and how you can rearrange and customize your template. So let's press the extract button to extract some data. So what are we seeing here? Well, the first screen here, where it's allowing us to select the warehouses we want the bin information to be pulled from. So we could select multiples, or we could just select one if we were just interested in moving stock between bins within one location. Down below, we've got 2 tick boxes. This allows us to ask the system to add a blank line under each warehouse, which enables us to quickly create new bins within that warehouse location. We'll see that in action in a moment. Next 2 tabs across here allow me to filter the stock I'm going to pull out of Sage 200. So for instance, we've already filled in stock group as cooking ovens. So we're going to pull those out. I'll just actually show you how easy it is to enter there. All we do is type the first few letters of the stock group and tab away, and you can see there I can just select cooker ovens. This is exactly the same searching principle as our in cell searching. On the next tab over, you can see I've got all the analysis, search analysis codes, so I could actually tick a few of those and pull out the stock relating to those search analysis codes. I'm going to press the overwrite button, which will clear down the spreadsheet and populate it with all of the stock matching the criteria I've just defined. So there we can see it read 9 stock records, and it's listed all of the bins in those selected warehouses in groups relating to the stock items. So up here we can see we've got our ceramic 4-plate hob, and in our warehouse location, we've got a bin called DF, a bin called M1, and M1A, and we've got 9, 4, and 2 in stock in those bins. But in the showroom, we've got 2 in stock, and that's labeled S1. Let's just pull that up in Sage 200, just to remind us where this data is coming from. So if I just double click on the stock item, and I'm just going to go to the locations tab, we can see, let's just move them side by side. We should see, if I select the warehouse, yes, we've got 9, 4, and 2 in those locations. So we can now quickly create a stock adjustment between different bins, and we can create bins very easily. So for instance, if I wanted to move stock into this bin here, which is in my showroom, I could say I want to move in 6. Now the whole system is driven by the in column, so entering 6 in there, I obviously need to pull some quantities out. So I could pull 4 and 2 out of these 2 bins simply by entering the quantities in the out column. We'll leave that like that for now, but I'm going to show a different way of entering the same data. Look, if I put a 6 in here, now I want that all to come out of M2, bin M2. I can simply put an X in there, which means use the same quantity as the in quantity. And again, we could do the same over here. We could enter a 6, but I'm feeling extra lazy, so now I'm just going to put an X in the in column. So effectively what I can do is I can just type in a quantity and put an X against the one I want to pull out of, all in one column. Now, as I said earlier, we can actually create a new bin location. So let's do that here. Let's create a new bin in showroom, and I'm going to move 6 into it. I'm going to call it Sam-01. And I'm going to move all the stock out of this location there. So let's press the import button, which should now tell PostTrans to process that requirements. So here it's just give me a recap of what I just discussed here, and let's press press OK. Now we can see down it's red down, so if I put the two side by side, it reads it stock by stock, analysing what we want to do. So we're moving 4 out and 2 out and 6 into S1. So that all agrees. So I can just confirm before I post that stock adjustment and reassure myself it's going to do exactly what I'm telling it to do. So there's 6 in, 6 out. And once I'm happy, I can just say, oh, well, don't ask that again. And I can tell it to process a whole series. So now, if we scroll back up, we should see now that it moved. Let's rearrange that a bit. So there we go. Yeah, so it moved 4 out, 2 out, and 6 in, 6 out and 6 in, 6 out and 6 in, 10 out and in, etc., etc. And I think this was a new bin. So it says bin beside it because it created a new bin. So of course I could say let's re-extract that data just to prove that happened, and there we go, 6 is in stock in that new bin. And of course we could go back into Sage 200. This is the fan oven. That's that one there. So if I go into the locations there, I think we showroom. So now we've got my new stock item. Sorry, Sam-01. I moved 6 into there. So I created a bin very easily. Let's just put that side by side. I created that bin extremely easily and moved some stock into it. Also, if you're interested in deleting bins that are probably no longer used, you can also do that from this spreadsheet by putting a -1 in the in column, or you can actually add a tag, an extra tag, designating a column for deletion, in which case you just put an X against the items you wish to delete. Obviously it does obey the Sage 200 validation rules, so you can only delete a bin out of a location if there is another bin in that location. You can never delete the last bin. If you're watching this video from YouTube, to go to our website, simply click on the link in the description below. If you're already on our website, you can scroll down slightly, and below this video you'll probably see some related links to associated articles. Let's just show you some of the resources on the website. Switch over, here's the home page. You can see here we have a series of menus at the top, and if you allow them to expand, you can see there all the different types of importation or extraction you can use with PostTrans and Sage, and also the transactions you can post. But importantly, there's a training section here. If we go to the training section, that describes in detail how to alter a PostTrans template using the tags that we briefly discussed in the demonstration. Also on the website is a blog which you can subscribe to, and I thoroughly recommend that, so then you can learn of new functionality and uses of PostTrans, because each of these articles maybe hones in on a particular function, a particular tag, or a particular way of using the product to do a particular job. For instance, expanding bill of materials on an order, code searching, protecting templates, importing CSV files, pricing, managing VAT, order currency, you name it, it's all in there. And that is easily accessible from the software itself. So if I switch back to a template, and this one's an order template, and I've just got the tag window open here on the right, but you'll see as I scroll down, this one here, TL description, which is the actual product description, actually has a blog article. So clicking on there takes me to that blog article and explains in great detail the implications of using that tag and the many different options, maybe in system setups, alters and behavior of that tag. So hopefully that will help. Also, we have the help button itself on the button bar, which takes you to kind of a context sensitive help, and also takes you to the training page, which explains how to manipulate and alter that template. And in addition to all that, of course, we have these blue help buttons here, which are easily accessible. They're also in the setup windows within PostTrans. So again, that takes you to a blog article. For instance, this one's about making the cursor follow a certain path. That will then take you to that article and explain how you customize that individual functionality. So there, I hope you've seen many different functions and online resources that we provided you to enable you to customize PostTrans to create a template to help you or your customers. So I thank you very much for watching this video.